We're from five-star Galaxy Consultancy Agency. I'm David Marcoux. I'm Danny Brown. I'm Monique Rodriguez. And I'm Abigail Abrahams. We'll be giving a brief overview of our observation at Chilitos and some ways we can implement to improve services. By analyzing two elements of Chilitos mission statement that needs to focus on enhancing their guest experience. The mission statement states that to provide consistent good food and service in a comfortable and interactive environment while staying true to their brand identity. The elements that will be expounded on are to provide consistent good food and service and to provide a comfortable and interactive environment. To justify these elements, points such as to provide trained and competent employees and consistent food service will be expounded on.
The layout of the restaurant, how I would change it is that if you come in just to order food and leave, when you're leaving it should be an easy process for you to just receive the meal that you have ordered and go back through instead of having the process of going through the restaurant, and so that the flow, the traffic, by trafficking past other persons, it should be an easy way for you to just enter the restaurant, order your food, receive it, and go instead of you coming in contact with other customers in the restaurant. So changing the physical layout of the restaurant would be the first thing that I think why Chilitos should choose us, because we will make a better traffic, a better flow of traffic in the restaurant. Because the layout is like that, it becomes overcrowded and persons become confused, and I think that's an aspect of the restaurant that they should choose. They're near to their closest competitors, which is right across the road, which is Opa. And so they will have to know what they have to do in order to ensure that they are doing what their competitors are not, to ensure that they keep their customers and that persons continue to want to come to their restaurant instead of going across.
I came back with the water at 1:30 and then I finally got my food at 1:45. During the whole wait process, the service encounter could have been better because I was not acknowledged upon entering the restaurant, and I think this was because they don't differentiate their waiting customers who are waiting, the customers who are waiting to dine from the customers who are in the line for takeout, because the takeout line was really long because it was Taco Tuesdays and it was also during the hours where they were doing their restaurant week hours, so that was between 12 to 3. And after I got my meal, I told her I was ready to leave because I was discouraged to sit and dine after that, because it was after I got up from the bar, because it's in a student bar, I found a seat after some people got up, and I was discouraged to sit and eat, so I told her I was ready, and she asked if I was ready for my check. Told her yes, and she left for like 10 minutes or more, and then when she came back to clear at the table next to me, she asked if I was ready to leave, and I said yes, and then she waited for the check, the ticket or the receipt, and she came back and I paid and then I left. On the receipt it said that I ordered a grilled chicken and jalapenos, quesadillas, but when I got home and looked at what I had, it was just cheese and chicken inside the meal. So the guest experience could have been better, and I think better employee training should be instilled to ensure that the customers are aware of certain things that they're falling short on, and certain things that they can improve on in terms of service delivery. And their target market is mainly young adults and college students, and many people who find interest in Mexican food as well as a little mix of Jamaican food as well. But the guest experience and service environment as well as the food could have been better and needs to be improved. And better if they not only just wear the Chilitos shirt and any form of casual bottom to go with it because the waitress that served me, she was wearing a tights, multicolored tights with the Chilitos shirt, and others who weren't wearing skirts were wearing different colored pants. And it would have been better to identify who were waitresses if they all wear a uniform, like for example black pants or black skirt and Chilito shirt. So it would have been better for me to identify who were waitresses from who weren't. And they also need more waitresses on the floor because the same waitresses who were attending to who were dining were also attending to who were doing takeout. And there were less than 4 waitresses on the floor, and it would have helped to make the process smoother if they had more employees working or waitresses working to carry out the procedures that they want to carry out in a day-to-day basis.
The essence of the Jamexican brand, from the vibrant red and yellows that will be bouncing off the walls to the mahogany handmade benches and the vibrant soca music that will fill the service atmosphere, allowing customers to feel right at home, right in the midst of our Jamexico, providing an environment for comfort and everlasting.
To Chilitos and them managing the customers' weight, there were advantages and disadvantages of their existing system. The first advantage of the first system in waiting procedures were the music. The music was very low, you could hardly hear it, and you could see that customers were frustrated and getting bored. One advantage of music is having a vibe in the entity, having customers feeling happy while waiting, not miserable, wanting to leave the entity. Another thing was the Wi-Fi. The advantage of that is making the wait more tolerable, less waiting time, having the customers doing something while waiting. A disadvantage could be that the Wi-Fi could be slow, it could be malfunctioning, and persons can be frustrated, complaining about connections, and so forth. Zeta Mall et al. Methods in differentiating between customers, they need to find out which customers are actually there waiting for takeout and persons who are actually there for reservations and persons who are willing to dine, customers who are willing to dine. In this case, the service can flow better, quicker and faster, having better guest experience. In making the customers wait more fun and tolerable, as I mentioned before, better Wi-Fi connection, better music with volume, also having public karaoke or performances of Mexican culture or Mexican music, or anything to keep the customers occupied instead of having them there waiting and thinking, where's my food, how come I haven't got through yet?
The reason why you should choose our agency is because we have you to follow through with your mission statement in carrying out your branding to deliver consistent quality of food and services at all times. And we will help Chilitos to become a better Jamexican entity by promoting not just domestically but
provide customers with better guest experience and more moment of magic. Also in helping Chilitos in providing tolerable waiting time and having customers feel more comfortable while they wait, less waiting time.
It is our responsibility to ensure that the service environment ties in perfectly with the service.